What's happening? This is the Spice King Keith Lorren, the spiciest man in the world, Duke of Delicious, Kaiser of Curry, and the man who invented cooking. And I have another great recipe for you today. I'm going to show you how to make my Jerk Chicken Bowtie Pasta with a creamy jerk spice made by the best spice in the world, Keith Lorren, the Spice King Jerk Seasoning, Caribbean Jerk Seasoning. It's available at Stop & Shop, Big Y, and it's coming to Walmart and Jewel Osco this August. So let's look at our ingredients here. We have a box of bowtie pasta, fresh Parmesan cheese. Make sure you get the one without cellulose so it's not gritty when it melts. Asparagus, tomatoes, mushrooms, butter. I have 3 chicken breasts that I cut horizontally so that it's flatter. We have lime, we have scallions, we have garlic, and we have peas. So this is how we're going to get started. Now, if you go on YouTube and you search my jerk chicken video, you'll see exactly how to make my jerk paste. It's very simple. But to season up our chicken, we're going to take a half of a lime. We're going to rub the lime peel all over the meat so that we can get those lime oils on top of the chicken and that acidity component. And now we're going to use some jerk paste. Now, my jerk paste recipe is very simple. You're going to take half a bottle of jerk spice, half a bunch of scallions, a few garlic cloves, a splash of oil, a splash of vinegar, a splash of soy sauce, and a Scotch bonnet pepper, and just blend it all up. I guarantee you, this will be the best jerk paste you'll ever have in your life. My jerk seasoning is unmatched, okay? I promise you. Spend the money. Buy the best ingredients. Don't waste your time. So now we're going to get started on grilling our chicken. I have a grill pan that I bought from Walmart. Shout outs to Walmart for allowing my spices to be in their shelves. We're going to turn our pan as high as it can get. We're going to grease it with a little olive oil or coconut oil. Both work well. And we're going to lay our chicken down flat. We're not going to move it until we have some nice grill marks, okay? And this is what the grill marks are going to look like after you do it. Now, if you want an enhanced grill flavor, go ahead and get the Keith Lorren grilled steak and burger spice and sprinkle a little bit on top, and it'll just exemplify that grilled flame broil flavor. Or you can just use the jerk seasoning, just sprinkle a little bit on the top so it has that 1-2 punch when you eat it, okay? So now it's time to make our sauce, our creamy jerk sauce, okay? So we're going to take a tablespoon or 2 of butter. We're going to add about 5 to 6 garlic cloves, and we're going to saute it a little bit just until it's nice and fragrant. We don't want to brown it. We don't want to burn it. We're going to be very careful. And now we're going to add 1 pint of whipping cream, heavy whipping cream, okay? Now, we're going to start reducing this cream by 1/3, okay? In the meantime, I'm going to have you add a few tablespoons of the jerk paste just until you get the flavor that you want, okay? You can make it as strong or as light as possible. We're going to modify the flavor with just a little bit of the Keith Lorren seasoned sea salt. It's a wonderful aroma, perfect flavor. It's really going to complement this dish. Now we're going to just adjust the flavor as you go. So I'm coming back in with the Caribbean jerk seasoning from Keith Lorren, the Spice King. I'm going to add a little bit more in here just to bring up that extra flavor and make it a little bit more concentrated. And it's going to be so wonderful. Like I said, you want to reduce this sauce to by 1/3, you know, on a medium-high heat. Keep stirring it so that it doesn't burn. And I'm going to take some fresh grated Parmesan cheese. This is about 4 ounces, and I have another 4 ounces that I'm going to add as we're plating it, okay? But we want to just stir this until it melts. And now we can see the texture. It has a medium nappe, which means that the sauce is going to coat the spoon, okay? That's exactly what we want. Now to finish it, we're going to add one of my favorite ingredients in the world. We're going to add butter. This is about 8 tablespoons of butter, 7 to 8 tablespoons of butter. And I'm going to turn the heat off and just let it melt and do its thing. I'm coming in here, I'm adding a little bit of fresh scallions. We're going to come back in here and just stir it up and so that it melts slowly. When you put the butter in like this, it forms a creamy sauce. It emulsifies the sauce and gives you that restaurant quality finish that we're all craving so much. Now to enhance the flavor, again, I'm going to come back in with just a little bit of fresh ground black pepper, and it's done, guys. Turn off the heat, let the butter melt slowly, and your sauce is done. I promise you're going to love it. Now, all of these things are done in stages, okay? First, we're going to saute our mushrooms. I just added a little bit of olive oil in our pan. I'm going to hit it with a little bit of the seasoned sea salt from Keith Lorren, the Spice King, just for an exemplified flavor. And I'm going to saute it until it's golden brown and so that it looks like this. Each one is perfectly golden brown. It has a nice crisp on the outside. It's not oily. It's just perfect. Now, we're going to come in and we're going to do our asparagus and our peas. I have 1 bunch of asparagus here, and I'm just going to saute it until it's al dente. I don't want to overcook it. The only seasoning I'm using on here is the Keith Lorren seasoned sea salt. Listen, if you want something that's just going to be so smooth and so perfect on every dish, go ahead and get the seasoned sea salt. It's available at keithlorren.com, okay? Now I'm going to add about 1.5 cups of frozen peas, and I'm just going to saute it a little bit up with the asparagus. Notice I didn't overcook the asparagus. It's still bright and green. It's al dente. That's exactly what it. Don't nobody want no soggy vegetables. Plus, if you cook it too long, you're going to run out of the nutrients, okay? Now, for the pasta, I have my water boiling. I add a little bit of salt, and I added coconut oil. That coconut oil has a really wonderful flavor, especially with a dish like jerk. Now, add a box of the elbow pasta in here. Boil it until it's al dente, and it's done. Now, you can do this ahead of time, you can do it the day of, or you can stagger it. I'm adding some of the pasta in the dish. I added some garnishes like fresh tomato. I added the sauteed asparagus and peas. I added the mushroom. And you can add as much or as little as you like. And like I said, if you have guests coming over, you can prep all of these things ahead of time and just plate it to go. Plate it as you're getting ready to serve it. Now I'm adding fresh parsley, some green scallions. I'm adding some fresh grated Parmesan cheese. And I'm just going to toss it all together, and now I'm going to pour in our sauce. Look at that sauce, guys. This is a very simple dish, but I promise you it's restaurant quality. Your guests are going to go insane for it. This is the ultimate jerk chicken pasta, and I promise that you're going to love it. Now, after we have it all tossed up, and we drizzle just a little bit more sauce on it, it's time to plate. So I want you to put the pasta in the middle of the plate, arrange your asparagus, arrange your mushrooms, take that chicken and slice it up real thin and just put it on the top, just like that. Come back on and sprinkle a little bit of parsley, a little bit of green onions, and then take a little bit more of that sauce and just lay it all over the plate. Make it sing, make it holler. Make your guests know that you love them. Make sure your flavor is good. Cook with the Spice King Keith Lorren. I promise it's going to be the best that you've ever had. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I can't wait until the next recipe. Go and get some Keith Lorren spices, y'all. I promise you won't turn back. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure to check out my other videos on YouTube. Check out my website, keithlorren.com. And check out my spices, which are coming to Walmart stores this August. Big wide grocery stores, Stop and Shop, and also Jewel Osco, all in the month of August. Thanks for watching.